Good morning, children. So far, we have learned how to express the decimals, conversion of fractions into decimals, etc. Today, we learn what are the types of decimals we have. Just like in fractions, where we have different fractions like proper, improper, mixed, like and unlike fractions, here also we have like and unlike decimals. Now let us see the example and the definitions. So here I have taken 2.7, 1.24, 3.834. Now observe the number of places, decimal places after the decimal. Here you have only one place. For the second one you have two places, and for the third number you have three decimal places after the decimal point. So here the number of decimal places are varying 1, 2 and 3. So here these type of fractions where the decimal places vary 1, 2, 3 so on, such decimals are called as unlike decimals. Here you have only one place after the decimal, here 2 and here 3. So they are different 1, 2, 3, isn't it? So you can write them as unlike decimals because the number of decimal places are varying. So the group of fractions are called as unlike, the group of decimals are called as unlike decimals. So here is the definition. Decimals having different number of decimal places are called unlike decimals. Now if you observe the second example, 13.25, 15.22, 17.11. Here the number of decimal places are same, 2, 2, 2. So such decimals where the number of decimal places are equal or having same number of decimal places are called like decimals. But what is the use of learning it? We have so many uses. Let us see. Now how to convert unlike decimals to like decimals. Here I have taken some example. 2.3, 5.24, 6.245. Here one place, 2 and here 3. So, and we have already learnt that if you keep two zeros here, the value of the decimal doesn't change. Even if you keep to the extreme right, one or two zeros, the value of the decimal doesn't change. So, here to convert them into like decimals, first see which number has the maximum number of decimal places. Here 3. 3 is the maximum number of decimal places. So this has two shortage of decimal places. So add two zeros in the place of these two decimals. So shortage of two decimals. So we have put two zeros here. Here maximum is 3. You have only 2 here. So shortage is 1. Add 1 0 to the extreme right. Remember that you are adding the zeros to the extreme right because the value should not change. The value of the decimal should not change. So we have placed two decimals here and one decimal here, and no, because it is having the maximum number of decimal places, and we have converted them into like decimals. Now, how are they useful to us? Let us see. Write the decimals in ascending order. So here we make use of. Let us see. We needn't write them into like decimals, but we compare the decimal in the first place, that is in the 10th place. So to write it in the ascending order, first we have to see which is the smallest one. So here in 10th place you have 2, here 1, here 0, here 9 and here 2. So of all these, this is the smallest one because in 10th place you have 0. So when you are writing in the ascending order, you write it as 3.075 as the smallest one. Next, so this is over. Next, 3.2, 3.15, 3.9 and 3.21. So of these two, here in 10th place you have 1. So the next smallest one is 3.15 over. Now see here, 3.21, 3.10. So here when we can write these two as like decimals in this form, that is 3.0, 3.25. Here in 100th place you have 0, here in 100th place you have 1. So this is smaller than this. 3.20 is smaller than 3.21. So first let us write the smallest one, then the other one. And the largest one is 3.9. So we have written the decimals in the ascending order. Now we can write them in the descending order, same. But here I have taken all 3 as the number, common number here. But here the numbers are different. 7.2, 0.25, 0.21, 7.12 and 8.122. Now here, let us take the number in ones place. 7, 0, 0, 7, 8. Of these 5, 8 is the largest one. So when we are writing in the descending order, let us write 8.122. This is the largest one. Now moving on to the next one, 7.2, 7.21. So 7 is common there. And when you take the digit in the 10th place, here 2 is greater than 1. So 7.2 is greater than 7.12. Isn't it? Now let us move on to 0.25 and 0.21. So 0 is common, 2 is also common, and in 100th place you have 5 here and 1 here. So 5 is greater than 1. So 0.25 comes first and 0.21 next. So we have compared and we have written them in the ascending and descending order. Now let us put greater than, less than. So here when we are writing it, 5.21, 5.12. 5 is common here, same decimal you have, same number you have, and here 2 and 1. So 2 is greater than 1. 7.112, 7.121. 7 common, 1 is also common. Then go to the 100th place. Here you have 1 and here 2. So 1 is less than 2. So this way we can use, you can write the given decimals in ascending and descending order. So all of you do the next exercise, that is 5.4 in your notebook. First copy the sum, then write the answer. Some of you are very nicely doing the sums in the textbook itself and then putting a clip to me. Don't do that. Maintain a notebook for maths. Draw margins on all the 4 sides. Put the date, exercise number, and copy the question first and then the answer very neatly. Thank you.